Getting nukes in Modern Warfare 2 is such a complex task. I'm not even gonna lie, because you would think it's simple, right? Because you can stack streaks. So you get your Harriers, you get your chopper gunner, you get your nuke. But every time you call in that chopper gunner, I swear to God, I don't know if it's just me. Maybe it's everybody else as well, but at this point I'm assuming it's just me, because every time I go about my business and I call in my chopper gunner, no matter how hard I try to hide, no matter how good of a spot I can find to chill out in, the enemies always find me. They always know exactly where to look. Now, I guess this is kind of stupid of me in the first clip, because I end up laying down in their spawn, knowing that I was in their spawn, but I thought, you know, logically, they wouldn't think that the chopper gunner guy is sitting in their spawn. He's probably sitting in the other spawn, so I thought they would just ignore me, run past me, go to the other side. But no, these guys were hounding me. I had to shoot them so long to try to get them, but sadly, you guys are going to see what happens with the first clip here. And I got just all gameplay for you guys today. 45 suppressed, you guys already know the sauce. Modern Warfare 2, best gun in the game. So both gameplays are going to be some pretty decent sauce. Close nukes here and there, but I hope you guys enjoy it. Alright, let's talk about some Call of Duty 2020 now. It's an article written once again by Dexerto, Call of Duty, that says Activision has hinted at the next Call of Duty title and teased that the new remasters could be on the way in Call of Duty 2020. Talking about some serious classic titles here, possibly coming back to us. Now yes, that does sound like a great thing, doesn't it? Having a remastered game, something that we know and that we love, come back to us with beautiful graphics and gameplay. Yeah, that sounds pretty good to me. But what makes me worried is that it's coming at such a bad time. They're talking about that they're going to be mentioning these releases later this year. These remasters. Now, we don't know specifically if the remasters that Activision are talking about here are actually Call of Duty remasters or another title. But me personally, with how Call of Duty is turning out right now for 2020, as you all know, Sledgehammer has already been demoted with the title. Treyarch is going to have to come up, step up, and actually, you know, take control of this game. It's going to be rough in 2020. And actually, at first, we didn't even know if this was true. We just heard this. I forget who it was. Was it Charlie Intel, or was it that guy who leaks everything, the Gaming Revolution? Did he say it? Someone said that Sledgehammer got cut, or Sledgehammer just got demoted. But it wasn't officially Activision. We didn't actually hear it from their actual mouths. But today is actual evidence that they don't even want to mention who's working on the next Call of Duty title. They are saying that there is a game. Obviously, they know that it's going to be a game coming out in 2020. Whether it's going to be Black Ops 5 or a remastered title, we don't know that. But they did confirm that's going to be a game. But they're not telling us who's going to make it, which clearly states that it's in a rough spot right now. Well, it doesn't say that it's in a rough spot, but it says that those leaks or those actual articles that were written about it were true. And Sledgehammer did get demoted, and Treyarch is coming in to try to, you know, help the whole situation. I just have a really bad feeling about Black Ops 5 or whatever Call of Duty game is being developed for the year of 2020. I'm a little on the edge about what they're about to release, or if they're going to even release anything. It seems like they're in just a really bad spot. And with that being said, they're just going to be there for a minute. They're not going to be able to fix this situation right away. You know, Treyarch is coming in so late into the project, and they're taking control of it. I don't understand. Why not even just allow Sledgehammer to continue creating the game and just have Treyarch come and help finish the title? Why is Treyarch completely taking control of this game, bringing their own vision on board, and now they have to switch everything around? It's going to be a very confusing process, I feel like, for a lot of the developers that are working on this game. And most likely, it will not turn out good. It will probably turn out pretty poorly. Now, I'm more concerned about the gameplay. I think that they would be able to put a game out if they only focused on the gameplay. Like a video game like Call of Duty World at War, you know, bare minimum content, bare minimum weapons, but it was fun. Down to the core, it was a fun game. I don't think they're going to do that, though. If they did, this would be a very easy, successful title to make. They wouldn't have to worry that much about making microtransactions or making tons of attachments, tons of weapons. They can make a really down-to-earth video game that just focuses mostly on gun skill and fun. Nowadays, you don't really see games like that. You know, you mostly just see video games for the graphics and the cool content that's in it. So you don't really think, oh, is this game going to be really fun? You really think about how much content, how much time is going to be worth you putting into the game. You know, are you going to get anything in return instead of, am I just going to have a fun time? You know, these games are created differently. And with that being said, I feel like they're going to take that exact same path with Black Ops 5. I feel like they're going to go ahead and instead of worrying about what really matters, the gameplay, they're going to stress themselves out, and they're going to have to try to put as much weapons, as much attachments. They're going to try to compete with Modern Warfare, I'm assuming, and go ahead and try to put plenty of maps. And if that's the case, they will probably continue seasons as well, which means they're going to have to prep seasons, prep content, prep battle passes, prep microtransactions. They're going to have a lot of work ahead of them. So much work that it's going to push aside the actual gameplay of Black Ops 5. That's why I'm worried about the next title that we're going to see with Treyarch. And even though we're going to get a remastered game, it's going to be sad to see the current game, the game that we all want to see succeed, fail and flop once again. I don't want to see that, but I have a feeling that that's how it's going to turn out. Now, if they go ahead and make a more basic style video game, I think they could be successful with this. Because if they make that style of game with bare minimum content and stuff like that, they can go ahead and remaster a game like Black Ops 2, which has more content and more things to do than a very bare minimum basic video game. And then you would have an option. You can play the current day video game, which is more styled like World at War. Not specifically like World at War, you know, it's not like it's going to be a World War II shooter, but styled like World at War in the manner of it's more about the gameplay, more about the fun factor, compared to being more about the content in the game. And if they style a video game around those factors, I think it will be fun. I think it will be enjoyable. Like I said, I can play World at War hours on end. I don't need to hop on a different experience all the time. I don't crave content like I do in Modern Warfare. The main reason I want to hop back on Modern Warfare is to grind for something. Grind for a rank, grind for something in the battle pass, grind towards something. You know, I don't have the urge to just say, you know what, I want to go ahead and play some Modern Warfare. It just doesn't turn out like that. But if they can style a game, if they can turn Black Ops 5 into a game like World at War where I can want to hop on, where I want to go and enjoy the video game, and not care about what I'm going to earn, not care about what I can purchase in the store, not care about a battle pass that I'm grinding through. If they go ahead and do that, then I think they can make it successful. But will that happen? More than likely, no. That's probably not going to happen. If they make a video game, it's going to be stuffed with microtransactions, which, like I said, isn't really a bad thing if they keep it like Modern Warfare, cosmetics only. They're going to have battle passes that you're going to have to purchase, obviously. They're going to have the stores. They're going to have plenty of maps. They're going to be trying to push out plenty of weapons probably and attachments, since Modern Warfare just released a very successful game money-wise, which has tons of weapons, tons of attachments, tons of content, honestly, stuffed in the game. Black Ops 5 and Treyarch, they're probably going to feel like they need to compete to some certain extent. So either they're going to get completely destroyed and they're going to have to push this back another year and release, you know, just a bunch of remasters in 2020 instead, or they go ahead, completely grind out the game, make it, and they're all exhausted and they need like a 6-year break after, you know, cranking out a video game in the amount of time that they did. And on a very rare occasion, a very rare time, that game will turn out successful. If it does, Treyarch is the GOAT. Treyarch is the absolute GOAT. But we're going to have to find out. But honestly, for a remastered title, I would like to see Call of Duty World at War make a return. Like I always say, my favorite Call of Duty game ever made. I think that game would be perfection. I think it would be fun. It would be exciting to go ahead and play a game like that again. And even if they made a game that was, you know, full of content, but it played like absolute crap, they didn't have enough time to work on the bugs and the connection, the servers that we're playing on, they just focused more on making the microtransactions, then we have a game to fall back on that you don't have to worry about microtransactions, that you don't have to worry about a bunch of attachments or an insane amount of weapons. You just hop on, you pick your favorite gun, pick your favorite attachment for it, pick your perks and go into action. That's all there is to it to World at War, which makes it such a good game. And honestly, in my opinion, they're probably going to remaster World at War first before they go into the Black Ops series, just like how Call of Duty 4, the original, was remastered first instead of them just remastering Modern Warfare 2. They're probably going to go in order, so they're either going to start off with World at War or completely skip it and start off with Call of Duty Black Ops 1. But I swear to God, Treyarch, if you skip World at War, I'm going to have a mental breakdown. I will actually flip out if you skip Call of Duty World at War. That game is outstanding, and there's so many people that didn't even get to try it, since it's so hacked to death now on console, and a lot of people don't have PCs either to go ahead and play World at War. They don't get a good experience. They don't get a good time. All they see is a crappy game. My friend, actually, in real life, is actually hilarious. A modder, or a hacker, I guess you should say, reset his stats to a point where he can't even get into the game because he's below the regular rank, so he can't play anything. He can't even play boot camp or nothing. He can't get into games. The game is broken. He would have to make a new account. It's like, wow, man, the World at War is a mess right now on console. It's sad. So if they decided to remaster World at War, that would bring an absolutely amazing experience to tons of people. Like I said, the campaign for that game, phenomenal. One of the best campaigns ever made. That and zombies, if you only want to think about multiplayer, that and zombies alone is probably the best part about Call of Duty World at War. The whole atmosphere of that game was just, it was good, it was gritty, it was, you know, really hardcore. It was a good game. But guys, make sure you go down in the comments section. Let me know your favorite remastered game that you would like to see make a return. Do you want to see World at War, Black Ops 1, or do you want to see Black Ops 2? Which one is your favorite, and which one would be the best one that could possibly save Call of Duty in 2020? Also, how do you feel about Treyarch and Sledgehammer with the actual game of 2020? Do you think they're going to be able to get it out, or do you think we're just going to get a bunch of remasters in 2020? Me personally, I don't think they're going to have enough time. I think they should get a little bit more time and release some good games to us. Like I just said, World at War, maybe Black Ops 1, or even 2. Any of those games would probably keep the community occupied with some Call of Duty time, while you go ahead and fix up your game a little bit longer. Even if you postpone it by like 1 or 2 months, just give it a little bit more time to put some more effort into it. But if you guys enjoyed today's video, make sure you leave a like. If you hated it, you can always dislike it. If you're brand new and you enjoyed this video, make sure you go ahead and subscribe and hit that bell notification button. Also, if you just want to chat with me or see me rant about some video games, you can follow me over on Twitter at JbowenDaMan. And also, if you just want to catch me live streaming, I do that over on Twitch at JbowenDaMan. Thank you guys so much for checking out this video, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.
You